How about we set that theremin in front of me, like, while I'm, like, interviewing? So, you know, I was just...
As you move, it's... And they're actually...
Oh, yeah, that's a great way to warn, like, if I'm, like, sitting still, it won't, like, you know, make...
You can go better now, yeah.
Can I get
Sorry,
some cake after
yeah.
this, Dad? I really want some cake.
Do you ever kind of envision, let your mind wander, like, I will have made it if this happens? Like, do you kind of think, I get to open for somebody? Or do you have kind of a fun, like, long-term, crazy rock and roll dream?
I don't know, like, for me, like, what defines making it, I guess having, like, my name plastered on shirts everywhere, that'd be pretty cool. I'm kidding. Not really. I don't know. It's not really about, like, money or anything. For me, it's just kind of like, again, what I said before, just making it for me would be being honest with myself with what I write and having people like it and that being successful. And by successful, I mean, like, getting to tour and people coming to my shows. That, you know, that just for me is what defines an artist. If I can, I guess, make a living off of what I love, then that's the best feeling in the world.
So, what makes you tick?
What makes me tick? That's a question I have to think about, because there's probably a lot of things I can name, just not off the bat. I think stress makes me tick. I take stress really easily. If anybody knows, like, who knows me, they'll know that, like, I'm a stress case. Haha. So, yeah. I mean, that's really what inspired the name of the EP for me, at least, was that there was kind of, like, a deadline for all these songs. Not that, like, it's like, oh, you have to get it done now, but, you know, just a rough deadline, because I'm like, I want to get these songs out as soon as I can. So I feel like that was a lot of stress, along with the school that I'm, you know, going through all that stuff, and just being a teenager, just being, you know, not even a teenager, being any age is stressful, and especially if you're, like, inclined to be stressful like I am, that's awful, and that's what makes me tick, is stress.
Along that line, how would you describe yourself if somebody didn't know you and said, describe Juhi? How would you describe you?
Man, I don't know. I don't want to use, like, the typical answer to describe myself and be, like, weird, because, oh, look, I'm cute and socially awkward, haha. But, I mean, like, I don't know how I describe myself. That's, like, the hardest thing to do. Man, maybe I just don't know myself well enough. Maybe I need to go on, like, a 4-month retreat to, like, see the Dalai Lama or something. I don't know. I don't know myself.
How would somebody else describe you? How do you think somebody else would describe you?
I think if someone met me, they'd probably think I'm really annoying. I'm being really honest when I say that, though, because I have a pretty abrasive personality that can sometimes be a little in your face, and I don't think people always like that. But at the same time, you know, I'm not, like, a mean person. Or maybe I am, I don't know. Someone probably thinks I'm mean, just whatever, I don't care.
What do you love about music?
What do I love about music? Like, I love everything about music. It's kind of been my life, if I think about it. You know, I mean, I go to school like every other high school kid does, but at the same time, like, I know that when I come home, I'm not one of those kids who, like, doesn't have a hobby or a passion. Like, I have something to do. I have something that keeps me occupied. Like, there's never been, like, a day in my life where I've been bored because I have music, you know, on my side. Like, if I feel like I'm having just a day that's kind of plain, I don't have much going on, like, I grab a guitar and just start singing, and it's just, I don't know, it makes me feel good, you know, like, with the whole stress thing, that's how I feel with music. It deviates my, like, stress. Music, woo. I don't know how to explain that. That's a hard question. What's music to you?
Well, that's a good answer, then. Let's talk about The Voice. Tell me about your experience on The Voice. People are going to want to know about that. People may be...
Because I haven't talked about this 100 times. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, my experience on The Voice was definitely probably, like, the best decision I've made so far, because I haven't made a lot of good decisions, being 17 and all. But yeah, that was the best decision I've ever made, and honestly, that whole experience is really what it was an experience. Even if I didn't gain anything out of it, I think just everything I took on a personal level was so important to me. Like, I got to see how TV shows, like, how reality television works, and I got to meet, like, these coaches who are pretty established. I mean, they are really established, if anything, and just getting to hear insight from them, what they believe to be, like, true in you. Like, they're, like, just their support, the fact that they, you know, admire your ability, it's pretty encouraging. And meeting all the people that I met on season 5 of The Voice was just amazing. Like, getting their assurance, too, was equally as important to me. Like, I made a lot of friends who I know I'm going to keep in touch with for a really long time, because that's one experience that you only share with a select few people, and just, it's crazy.
Awesome. Was there anything that any of the judges told you that stuck with you?
I need to think about it. It's been a while. It's been like almost several months. Can you think of anything, Dad? I feel bad because I had some interactions with him, but not like insane amounts of interaction, you know?
CeeLo when he said.
Oh yeah, I got something that'll stick with me for the rest of my life. So, one time, I think it was during the battle when I met CeeLo, he told me that my voice is like jujitsu or something. I don't know what it was. He's like, it's like a drunk monkey, and I throw these punches, and that it sounds like jujitsu. I don't know. It's CeeLo Green, and he's the craziest guy ever, but he's so nice, and he's just, oh man, like, words can't describe. He's so nice. Like, I feel like he's one of those people that cares a lot for his contestants, and I know he keeps in touch with us, so it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Anything else that you all can think of that I haven't asked?
Whose tie are you wearing? Well, this is Dolce & Gabbana. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
Here, let me think of some questions to ask myself, you know.
Yeah, it feels like therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's have a therapy session. I really do feel...
Tree. What kind of tree would you be?
Man, I don't know. A maple tree. Yeah, totally. I'd be, if I was a tree, I'd be a maple tree. Because people may not know this, but I am American. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. But I'm also a Canadian citizen. So, hey, you know, hey.
Hey.
Hey! So yeah, I'd totally be a maple tree.
Planted in America, full of maple syrup.
Yeah.
Inspiration? Did we talk about musical inspiration at all?
Yeah, you want to talk about that? I guess we did last night, but yeah. Who inspires you musically?
Well, I'm really into polka metal lately. Okay, who inspires me? Let's see. There's a lot of artists who inspire me. Well, as a lot of people know, I'm a huge Nirvana fan, and that's kind of stuck with me for a really long time. Even on the show, I said Nirvana, and I said Amy Winehouse, and yeah, she honestly has inspired me. The Pixies, I really love the Pixies. They definitely inspired me. And lately, I feel like the Gorillaz and Beck, like, I've been seriously, like, on a rampage with those two artists, so those have been inspiring me. I feel like inspirations have been, like, changing me daily. Like, something new will inspire me, like, maybe just something in life, not even just an artist. You know, however I'm feeling in the day, that's what's inspiring me. That's such a stupid answer.
How did you come?
I'm just full of rainbows and sunshine!
How did you come to find and listen to Nirvana? At what age?
The first time I heard Nirvana, man, 13, maybe 12, I don't know. Maybe even 11, I don't know. My dad used to play the song Come As You Are in the house all the freaking time, and I thought it was the worst song in the world, honestly. Like, because my dad used to go like, Come As You Are, like he used to sing it in his really crappy voice. No offense, Dad, I know you're sitting here, but, but yeah, he used to sing it really bad, so I just was like super turned off by the song. And then when I was 13, I don't remember what song it was, it might have been Lithium. That was the song that I heard, and I'm like, wow, this is a really cool song. I'm like, I wonder who sings it, and I'm like, oh, Nirvana. This is kind of peculiar since I used to hate them like 2 years ago. So after I heard that song, I'm just like, wow, this is really cool, and then I started getting into it more and more. Then I had some friends who I used to talk to about them, they're like, oh, I'll let you borrow some CDs, you know, like, their older albums, like, I'll let you borrow Bleach. I'm like, for real? Like, yeah, you know, get into, like, all the stuff, and it just kind of took off from there once I started borrowing CDs. I totally don't pirate music or anything, but yeah, once I started borrowing CDs from people, I think my taste in music definitely expanded. Which is, I feel like, I don't know, this is kind of bringing it into a different topic, but I feel like a lot of people kind of make fun of you if you are, like, new to an artist. I'm just really fortunate that no one used to be like, oh, well, you only know that song by, like, Nirvana, and I feel like that's the worst thing that people can do to each other, is because everyone starts somewhere with music, and everyone's taste is constantly expanding, and you should never judge anybody for what they listen to. World peace!
Good point. Yeah.
Except country.
Yeah, wait.
Except country.
Oh my god. World peace! No judgment.
I have another one. We talked about this a little bit last night. There are some musicians who might be fantastic in the studio, but maybe the live part of it is not their forte, or vice versa. Do you feel like,
So wrong. Just like
yeah, do you feel like you have one or the other that's going to be your shining point, and which do you enjoy more, or will just one suit you better?
Oh man. I don't know. I feel like that's a hard question. I hope that I'm both, like, good at, live singing and being in the studio. I mean, that's anything any artist would want, is to be good in the studio and live. But I don't know if I really prefer one over the other. I definitely like the thrill of singing a live show. Like, the thing about recording is you're kind of in there with either yourself or with someone else, and it's more like you don't really feed off of anyone's energy. And I know this is awful, but as an extrovert, I feel like I feed off of energy. That's how I work best. And when I'm on stage performing in front of an audience, I feel like all that excitement and all that rush, like a little bit of nervousness, and like that just combination is so much fun, just getting to jump around and be like, hey, what's up everybody, I'm singing to ya. And that's just a lot